Hey guys, in this tutorial I would love to show you how to add spring arms and cameras to your vehicle. It's really simple. We take, not vehicle, in our chaos pwn. So whatever it will be, we can add the cameras to it as long as it's pwn. I will show you how to do it. It's really simple. We just double click it. It will pop up new window with probably some stuff here, but we go to the viewport. We click it on our mesh. I won't show you how to set up whole mesh and hold this vehicle at the moment because it's not tutorial about it. Don't worry, it will be another one, how to set up chaos vehicle and some sort of things that you probably never seen because I tried to find it myself for a long time. However, back to the subject, how to add spring arm. It's simple, we just click on the components, add spring. We just type in spring arm. There we go. We can name it. I just leave it like that. Then we click it on it just to make sure there is a spring arm. Select it and we add a camera. I can't spell, so no, I did actually spell it correctly. Okay, so that's how we add it. It's not everything, right? I want to talk about some values inside of those two bits themselves. So basically, we want to move our camera. I won't touch the camera itself. That's why I place it on the spring arm. So I can move spring arm and the camera will follow it. Will follow the end point of it. As you can see, its location, it's 000. That's the end of that spring arm, sorry. Spring arm. So there is a couple values I want to talk about here in a spring arm. We've got target length, target arm length. We can just put it whatever we want, and you can see it just moves around, and it does place the camera at the end of it. So we don't have to actually move camera. We just operate the spring arm to actual to the actual length, how far the camera is from our pwn, whatever it is, character, car, vehicle, monster, whatever you're doing. And we only moving that bit and rotating that bit as it will rotate the camera as well. Just making sure there is no rotation on it. So that's the one thing that we'll be accessing in the future tutorials, which is arm length. And then we got lag. Lag is something that is weird to explain us because it's not actual lag. It's something like lag. It helps your camera to be more smooth when you're rotating it, or it rotates itself with a vehicle. It makes it smoother, a bit more natural, I would say. Not that sharp as you would just move the mouse or it would quickly move. You just smooth it out, the movement. So we got two lags, actually camera lag and rotation lag. We'll be mainly using rotation lag as we will be rotating our camera in the future. But this one also helps smooth its movement. Basically, you can just hover it and it would explain you. But that's it on a spring arm. So let's go to the camera. Camera itself got a couple things here, which is activation. Usually we will set it to false in the future tutorials, so I won't say it every time. I will say it now. We set it to auto active to false, so we never want the camera to be active, because in the future tutorial we will be doing, for example, how to switch through cameras, and we don't want to enter the vehicle and have all cameras active at once because our PC will just blow it up and it will take so much resources basically, and the program might crash because you don't know which camera you want to use at this point. And then another thing, it's the camera setting itself, which is field of view. You can set it to whatever you like, whatever you want. We can also access it, and we probably will do access it rotate event graph to change it for user interface as a user interface, sorry. And there is two modes, that projection modes that does it: perspective and orthographic. Those two are really important because depending what you want to achieve, you will use one of them. So perspective, it's actually in a 3D, so you can see the actual perspective, right? Which is its name. So you can see how far the items are, a bit more in 3D. However, the orthographic one is flat view. So I'll set auto active to this camera, save it, compile it, and I go to my viewport and I play it. So you can see our camera. I cannot move, I cannot do anything with this vehicle because it's not set up to actually play it. It's set up for tutorials, so I will go through everything. Yeah, you can see it. You got that depth in the camera, so you can see how far items are and stuff like that. When I change it to orthographic, it will change dramatically. You see, it's flat. It's literally flat view. So you don't know how far the items are. You just see the covering each other. And that's it. That's it. That is useful for a couple things. For example, minimap, if you don't want to use so much resources. So that's the values that we will be using mostly. The rotation, location, and scale. That's the things that we will access it in the meantime as well, but I'll probably talk it through it a bit more when we actually do. But those are important things that you should know about camera at begin with actually working with cameras and arm springs. Usually spring arm and camera goes together. That's important thing, as it is, as I say, there is a lag, so it smooths movement on the spring arm, movement of camera, so it doesn't do sharp movements. And it helps with that target arm length because you don't exactly know what position you want your camera every time, but you know how far from point zero wherever you set it up you want it. So the spring arm will be your point zero or how far you want your camera, which is easier than actually going here. Show you going here and like, okay, location, that's in my location at moment, sorry, X. Okay, I want to move it back and forward. No, that actually it's harder than you think, and it might cause more problems and make it more complex blueprint, because I won't do anything in the C++. However, I might do, but I don't know if I will do, because it's a whole different thing. Okay, so that's it in this short video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you understand what I talked about and you understand what we will do in the future and what important things there will be in the future tutorials about cameras and our phones, right? So please subscribe, leave a comment and a like, and I see you next time.